Okay, today we got a question from Tyrone, and he's wondering how we can find the link for a custom font in ClickFunnels 2.0. What he's looking for is the link for the OTF, TTF file, something like that. Now, you don't need that actually in 2.0, and I'll show you how you can do this without having to go there. And I would guess the use case that he's looking at here is if he wants to put like some custom HTML box on the page or something like that, or needs to use it in some JavaScript code, because otherwise I'm pretty sure that every element on the page here is connected to the style guide where you can just go in and use the font that you want. So if we go here and let's come down here and we click on enabled and we go here Roboto and we come up here, these are our custom fonts up here at the top. So we can just put in that font, whatever it was, it said test 3 on there. So we got our font put in there. So I would guess he's trying to do some sort of custom code or something with this. So let me show you how you can find this. So let's go into our main page here. We're going to come down to the bottom, and like I said, there's a couple of different ways you can find this. There's a complicated way, and then come on. Okay, there we go. Workspace Settings, and then we're going to go to My Assets right here, and we're going to come over here to Fonts. Excuse me. And here we have a listing of what all of our fonts are on the page. Now, I will build a bookmarklet for this because I build bookmarklets for these kind of things all the time, but let's just inspect this here. And what it's going to do is it's going to show us all of the different fonts. And here is a listing of all the different fonts that are on the page up here at the top. And so you see one here has an ID of 20840 all the way down here to the bottom, where this one has an ID of 88. That's actually the number that we are looking for that will tell us what this font is. So let me show you how you use that in practice. Now, you don't have to come here to find that, but if you can't find it any other way, you know you can always come in here, inspect this, and look for this whole big list of numbers right there. Another way we can come in here and find this is to come over here onto our regular page, and here we got a headline, and in this headline already I have a custom font set. So I came over here, opened this up, and I made it Ninja Strike. That's the font that we made it. We can obviously make it any of these other ones. Why is it not changing? There we go. Didn't like the one I clicked on there, Mellow All. Okay, now it did. And we'll come back down here to Ninja Strike. So now it is in here, and so now we can save this. And now let's go to a live page. And on the live page, there again are two different ways we can find this. First, we can come in here. We're just going to inspect the page in total. And we're going to come up here to the top under head. We're going to scroll all the way down here where it says custom fonts. We can open that up. And again, you will see a listing here of each one of the fonts. And now we see here font family, font-88. Now we know from the other thing we were looking at over here, we got font-88 down here at the bottom, and that's the one that corresponds to our Ninja Strike. So we know that then we have to put together font family and then font-88. Now again, most people don't want to come in here and go into the head tracking code, come into the custom fonts, and find it that way. So a different way we can do that is we can actually inspect the element that we put it into. So you'd have to go into a page, put in put in the element with that custom font, and then come down here and inspect the code. And you want to come to the level right here. You could, if you're down here in the span or whatever, that's fine. But you want to come here to the level of the H1 headline. So this was a headline element, and it would have a tag then of H1, and that's important. So we have for headline elements, you have a tag of H1. For sub-headline elements, you have a tag of H2. And for the paragraph elements, you have a tag of P. What you have for the bullets, I'm not really sure. I don't know if there are any on this page. Probably not, but you're going to have to inspect that yourself and figure it out. So right here we have our headline element that we just clicked on, and we can come over here, and in the CSS right here, we again have font family of font-88. And also over here in the computed, if we scroll down, we can see the font family of font-88. So now if we want to change another element on the page, we can come back in here. Now, again, like I said, in Tyrone's case here, he's probably looking to do something in JavaScript or some HTML onto the page. Because like I said, I'm pretty sure every element you wouldn't need to do this on, but we're going to come to this, this element right here, and you see immediately that it's a paragraph. So we have to remember that, and we're going to go into the code. We're going to come over here, and for the case of this, we're just going to generate an ID. We could type an ID in here. We could also set a custom attribute for it, but for right now, we're just going to generate an ID. We're going to grab a hold of that. I'll spit it out. We'll put that in, and like I said, this is a paragraph that we're looking for, so we're going to put in a P, so space, P, space, left curly bracket. We're going to go down 2 lines, and we're going to put in our right curly bracket. Let me scroll up here so we can see where it changes. And then all we're simply going to do, put in a couple spaces just to line everything up nicely. We'll put in font-family and colon, and now we will go font-88, and there you go. Changed it right there on the page. So that's where you can do it. I gave you probably 4 different ways that you could find that, but all it is basically is font-a number, and that will be set the font family. That way you don't have to go and find a URL, a link, anything else to go and try to find that font definition somewhere else out on the web, because it's already inside of ClickFunnels. So if you got any questions, just let me know.